give good luck to everybody playing Dota today.
Whiskus, are you
Cool Guys versus Team Secret. Game 2 of this best of 3. Stop shaking your head. What's the deal? What are you so upset about?
Nothing. Okay, listen. I think maybe Secret will look to do an aggro with Queen of Pain versus the Monkey King. That's a good matchup. Really great matchup. Get the Tidehunter versus Beast. That's also a very favorable matchup. We'll see though. Maybe I'm wrong. I think also, like the panel was saying, the Tidehunter plus Snapfire, that's a hard lane to lose, man. You just win every lane. You have so much minus armor.
Yep, that is quite. I mean, they did nerf a little Shredder, but not by that much. I think they only got rid of 1 armor reduction. I'm trying to remember it. I think it was 1 per stack, and now it's 0.75, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Still really good.
Yep. This puppy's going to get whacked a little bit here by Thug on the Monkey King. So aside from that lane, I mean, just as a whole composition, do you favor one side or the other?
Yep.
Just not looking at teams, as always.
I think Secret's draft is a little...
Oh boy.
Okay.
DNZ gets off the sleep, has to walk all the way back to do it though. Looking for the deny? No. Astro from Sumail is going to ensure first blood goes the way of him, and that is a pretty big deal for any mid laner.
Going back to your question, I'd probably favor Cool Guys just because, like, it depends on the lanes. Secret getting these lanes right matters a lot, but it looks like Cool Guys is also scouting this out. You can see on the map, they're running heroes through the jungle. Secret does see this, though. They put down this really nice deep ward. So Secret also knows that this is happening, and the question is, do they want to make the same rotation? It's like the answer is no. Yeah, I would favor Cool
Nisha.
Guys. Back to your question.
Okay. Just on lineup alone.
Just on lineup alone. I feel like their draft looks very meta, very strong. Other than maybe the Monkey King carry. Well, not meta thing, shockingly.
No witch doctor this time though, Jenkins?
No, that was the... Yeah, that was a big pop-off from Puppy, but, you know, he does get to play as Ogre. He's one of the big Ogre players of today.
Yeah.
High skill hero.
I don't know if he's happy about that necessarily, but he does have the Arcana, so he spent some money on it at least.
Yeah.
That's very important. So we'll be in the bottom lane, Puppy with Nisha, the Quap and Ogre versus Omar's Weaver and Funix Beastmaster. So obviously a little bit of a switch up here as Thug is going to be in the off lane, technically speaking. You like the matchups? Like, is this better in the top lane? Because you have all this minus armor that you're talking about, but you're against Thug who can, I mean, if he gets off enough Jingu stacks, can at least heal back up.
Yeah, so it looks like Secret is, like, if they see the lane rotations and then they don't swap, it basically means that they're more confident in the Tide Snapfire winning against the Monkey King if it's in the safe lane. Maybe because then they have the pulls to work with. And they also have the lane advantage in terms of where the creeps start. But I think this is better for Cool Guys than if they didn't see the lanes. Like, you don't want to Quap versus a Monkey King. For the Monkey King, that's really bad. You just slowly die to the dagger. There's nothing you can do. You're never going to get 4 Jingu procs on him.
Slug's taking a lot of damage in the top lane thanks to that little Shredder. Noob did have to expend a Fairy Fire just to survive against Sumail. Lina versus OD, how does this matchup normally go, would you say?
I remember there was a patch where, like, OD was the prolific wins every mid matchup hero, and people started picking Lina as a counter to it because you just kind of outrange most of OD's abilities, and he kind of has to eat shit, honestly, to come up and imprison you. However, the game has changed since then.
Now Thug, Balance Strike didn't heal him that much, even though the Jingu was stacking. The Cookie's actually going to get the stun lock, as Ice will die, but they'll be well worth it as they take out, I mean, it's essentially, obviously, the position 1 in the off lane for the Monkey King. So it doesn't get any XP for that. Very sad for Thug here. But we'll be able to TP back and at least get most of this wave, I would think.
Yeah, DNZ was an XP
misses
range,
2 creeps.
So he did, Ice wasn't able to, like, deny the full XP by, you know, running into tower like that. He tried, but...
That's true.
Bot lane, yeah, not going so well for Beastmaster.
Double Cookie, sorry. I know I'm watching a different screen than you do, but,
Yeah.
Some exciting stuff going on in every lane, it seems.
Yeah, there's a giant wave here. The question is for Secret, do you let that wave go uncontested as we look bottom lane? Not an easy lane for Beastmaster. Queen of Pain, you're playing as a ranged hero, as a melee, who's going to own you with Dagger.
You're going to see a kill in the top lane. Snapfire ends up going down to DNZ's Brain Sap there.
Yep, just a solo kill from the support.
Yeah, they had a huge wave, like you said, and then Thug, they wanted to give him the solo XP. They're just out of position, it looks like. But DNZ. Bottom lane, actually, Shadow Strike onto Omar. He's deniable, extremely low right now, but everything's off of cooldown or on cooldown for Secret.
This is
Sonic looked like he wanted to do it.
This is honestly worse than dying, though. I feel like the lane's in a terrible spot. Both of the camps are. Well, the easy camp is available. I think if you're Omar, you want to look to get back there and pull that. But there's this huge double wave, so still, Nisha's gonna get like so many waves of XP here. I think Puppy probably will step out of XP range. Oh, they're looking for Funnick.
Funnick's getting chased now. Yeah, Omar doesn't really have much to work with. Has the Swarm and one Shikuchi, but it's not really going to be enough as Puppy gets credit for the kill on Funnick. And Omar can just right-click a couple times on the Puppy. It's actually doing quite a bit of damage, so we'll get a trade at the very least, but that's 2 times now in both top and bottom that Cool Guys lose a core and then get a support as the trade, which is not what you want to see if you're a Cool Guys fan.
Yeah, there's an interesting read by Secret where they see that there's this huge wave pushing in, which means that Omar's going to go to the pull, which means Funnick is left alone, and also because of the massive wave, Funnick was comfortable like stepping up fairly close because he's like, there's no way they're going to ditch this wave and go on me. Yeah, they did. They did. They were cool with losing that wave in order to kill him, and that sets him just even farther behind.
Sumail has the perseverance to start things out in the mid lane, as
Dire's top tower is under attack.
His CS 32 and 15 versus Noob's 24 and 4. So Sumail is crushing pretty hard, just from a CS perspective. And then in terms of safe lanes, Nisha 36 and 22. My God, what is going on there? And then Monkey King on the other side, 28 and 8. So it is a respectable number for Thug, but obviously that death is going to hurt. And these denies from Nisha are absurd.
Yeah, this
Funnick getting chased, has the Shadow Strike. Puppy continue on, still has the Fire Blast to work with. See if he tries to body block. Doesn't even bother. Looks like they're going to find the kill. No wand to speak of, so Nisha gets credit for that kill.
Regeneration.
Right now, it looks like Secret are winning all 3 lanes in some capacity.
Oh, that's the Meteor Hammer.
The Meteor Hammer. Ooh, yep, it is canceled though, and Omar has come with the help of DNZ to try to turn this around on Sumail. Laguna Blade expended as well. He pops the Fairy Fire. Yapsor with the little Shredder is enough to take out the little Beetles, but Omar finishes him off with the Shikuchi. And it forces a TP from Puppy, so nicely done from Cool Guys to get back in this mid lane.
Super smart from Cool Guys, realizing that with the Meteor Hammer that there's going to be an immediate play onto Noob, and responding with the counter rotation there, like knowing that they can bait out that Meteor Hammer into Nightmare. He's never going to get it off, and then following up with the kill. And this is on a catapult wave too, so they get a little bit of chip damage on the tower as well. In a matchup where OD is always supposed to be the hero that takes the enemy tower first because he gets that Meteor Hammer.
Oh, top lane though. Gonna see the Meteor Hammer come to use again right off the bat after respawning Sumail. Finds an easy kill on Thug. I was just gonna say, with all this rotation going on, Thug was left to his own devices, which 1v1 versus Tide, not too shabby against any melee hero really, but gets swiftly taken out with that rotation from Sumail.
Yeah, there's the problem with doing an aggro, is that your carry is, naturally going to be right in front of the enemy tower most of the time, which leads to an easy rotation. After Nisha on Queen of Pain and you're right in front of the enemy tower, which he is, you're going to blink away. You don't really give a shit. You would need both the Bane and the Lina to be there in order to set up on him, or have a level 6 on Beastmaster, which he is not even close. He's level 4.
Yeah, this is a rough game for Funnick, no doubt about it. Just from an XP standpoint, more than anything, like you said. Feeling like a support hero right now. We're at 8 minutes, not even 5 yet. And still can't even go to lane. I mean, Nisha could just destroy him basically by himself.
Yeah, he could.
At this stage.
Honestly, just obviously Secret are playing this very well, but the read to not swap the lanes, even though they literally had a ward that was scouting Cool Guys swapping their own lanes, like Secret seemed to know that where the lanes were spawning, and just based on like, okay, if you're in the off lane, you can creep cut, right? You can't do that on the safe lane. So just knowing that these differences would lead to them having favorable lanes, despite not necessarily having the absolute best ones. Obviously, you want the Queen of Pain versus the Monkey King, ideally, and the Tide versus the Beastmaster, ideally, because these are counters. They know that they knew that if cool guys were to swap themselves, it's like they don't want to play this Beastmaster in the safe lane. Like we can just zone them with the Ogre co-op anyway.
I mean, the one consolation from Cool Guy's perspective, at the very least, is that gank mid really did help out. Noob, essentially the same net worth as Sumail, despite being behind at the early stage of the game. But the other two lanes have been unrecoverable. As we see a Sonic Wave take out Omar, this bottom lane, it just feels like Secret has put their stamp here, and nobody is going to contest, it seems like.
Yeah, I think at this point they would need probably a combination of two of the cores. Most likely the Lina would need to be in that combination too right now. But even that's a bit risky, because if you come down here on Noob and you die, then all of a sudden you're losing your strongest hero, the hero that you're trying to win the game off the back of. That was a cool try.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, I'm looking for the potential stun on Omar, who came down here to, I guess, leech XP. Is level 6 now, as it does hit level 10. Speaking of level 6, Funnick just hits level 6 as well, so that's much needed, like we've talked about. And getting close to finishing his Helmet of the Dominator as well.
Man, DNZ is higher level than Funnick right now. That's how rough his game has been. Got more XP on a Bane. I mean, to be fair, he probably took the tome, but still, not where you want to be.
He did have a good amount of solo XP top with that Death to Thug as well, right?
That's true. Yeah, he did get some solo XP there. They can do stuff with his Fiend's Grip as well. They see that he's 6, so they know that it's probably going to be coming. But I think a rotation with the Bane and the Lina would result in basically a kill on any of Secret's heroes. He's got travels too, so maybe he doesn't even need to go on a smoke. He can just farm the stack, go to base, then TP there.
It does have his travels, like you said. So is there a timing that Cool Guys is looking for, you think? Like a specific item? I mean, Thug is queuing up a Midas, so they're going to slow this down, or try to slow this down, it seems, which a little bit surprising. I mean, obviously he's not off to the best start. It's not that bad, though. Like, his net worth is not that far behind, really.
I can honestly kind of understand it. It's, well, number one, it's an attack speed item, so it's not the absolute worst.
Yeah, you do get a little value that way.
Oh, that might end up being a Ravage.
Yep. Oh, boy. They cut down the tree, and the Ravage, as well as the Mortimer's Kisses, are enough to drop him to his knees. And he still has not bought any part of that Midas, so might be considering changing it up. We'll see. I mean, it's 12 minutes in the game. I mean, they're going to get the gush off on DNZ, as the TP from Funnick is going to hold things here successfully for Cool Guys, it looks like.
Funnick's like,
I mean, you do get the attack speed, but it does slow it down, right? Like, is that against like a Meteor Hammer? Oh, we're going to see the grip. Double Meteor Hammer and double LSA from Noob. That's a beautiful kill on Sumail. Looks like Puppy's going to take the brunt of the damage now from Noob with that minus armor, as Thug gets a Boundless Strike. He does change his mind, by the way, when those Oblivion staff, so we'll be going for Echo Saber. Pretty close to finishing that. Happy to see it.
I could understand the Midas, just because you're playing against Queen of Pain carry. Maybe you think like, okay, if we just stall the game and go late and we just have a traditional carry versus co-op, we're gonna win. But, you know, there are these other small efficiency items you can probably get to weather the storm in the early game. And it's not like Echo Saber's a terrible farming item. It makes you hit twice, it gives you mana regen, it gives you damage. It's decent.
Yep. As Cool Guys is going to smoke up. They know that Ice does not have Ravage, although Omar's smoke gets broken there, I think. It's just DNZ, but it doesn't even have Fiend's Grip to work with, so I'm not... Maybe this is a warding expedition.
No wards. No
Sour.
Wards.
Yeah, he has 1 sentry, so maybe
He's got 2 coming out on Courier. That double stun was so perfect, because Puppy was running in to cancel the grip there, and then the grip as well. Honestly, DNZ having the early XP, if he doesn't give that back to his team in that exact way on such an important kill, it's just bad to have your support to that early XP over a core. But now he transitions it back to his team, gives it to the Lina. The Lina is absolutely monstrous in this game. He's farming another stack right now. He's huge.
He is, but there is a smoke from Secret, and this is going to be the Orchid reveal on Nisha. They don't have any vision in the triangle, but I'm sure they can guess that he's around that area. But Funnick might be the one to tank this gank potentially. They're going to see the boars and Nisha. Oh, they're going to pop now, and there it is. There's the Orchid reveal with the cookie. Going to be an easy cleanup. Nisha not even needing his ult. So weird to see Quap without a bottle, by the way. It's just very weird.
I think that's probably
mana regen now.
That's probably part of the reason behind the Orchid, is that the mana regen is really nice for like a side lane Quap. I also think it's to interrupt the Bane Fiend's Grip. You're going to eventually build into Bloodthorn because as a carry, you're more of like a right-clicking type hero. So it does. I do like the Orchid. And by the way, they saw the aura on the boars. You can see the Beastmaster aura, and so you know that he's in range the moment you see the boars there, because they had no vision. If you don't see the aura, maybe that play doesn't work as easily for them.
Right. So Noob on the Lina, just been sitting in the triangle, like you've said, farming relatively well. Has the boots of travel, but BKB is it's just gonna be essentially a first item BKB. What do you think of that? I mean, obviously we'll need that, or at least a Yules or something for that Orchid.
It's kind of the standard Lina build right now. It's just boots of travel into BKB, and then insane right-click items such as like Monkey King Bar, Silver Edge, Daedalus. I think it's a good Monkey King Bar game. Maybe I'll go Silver Edge, Monkey King Bar. But yeah, the BKB against, Tide, OD, Quap are the cores. And then even the supports like Ogre, Snap, these are huge magic damage heroes. Like just the Tidehunter Ravage is enough to warrant a BKB, but then all of the other heroes also. It's gonna be a huge timing. Like always BKB is a good timing, but it's even bigger in this game because it counters literally all 5 of Secret.
There's a smoke here from Secret. Ice has the Blink Dagger reveal. Doesn't really want to use it on a Bane kill though. They'll find him regardless. Perhaps try to transition this into a tier 1 tower. Ice jumps in, but is now spotted out.
I like that Ice went first item Blink. He's had a pretty decent game, so he could honestly build a bunch of tank items and probably be a decent frontliner. But he recognizes the strength of this BKB timing. The only way that you're going to kill Noob with these secret heroes is to Blink Ravage first, because Ogre's not getting a Blink. There's no other way to instant disable him through his BKB. So Ice opting for the Blink. This gives them an answer to the BKB. Still, it's a good item, but you can at least kill Noob if you catch him out now.
That is the one cool thing about Dota. Something we don't talk about enough is kind of the evolution of item builds and just how much deeper the game kind of gets over time. The fact that we're talking about how, it's not unusual, I want to say, but even if it's being a top each player, we're going to see bottom lane, Wukong's come in with the LSA, and Laguna Blade from Noob, but he's going to get stunned up. So Nisha gets out of dodge just fine. Noob's going to TP out, with the TPs coming in from Secret. Looks like they'll find the Monkey King, which is going to be a huge kill. I cannot believe Nisha lived through that engagement.
Quap, surprisingly tanky hero. He did go for the 11 strength talent too, instead of going for extra points in the Shadow Strike.
But anyway, back to my point. Jenkins is a very important point.
Very important. I would like to hear it immediately.
The fact that we're talking about a Blink Dagger first item essentially on a Tidehunter, and that's semi-unusual, is really cool.
That's true.
The fact that you can just go so many different item builds now is just really awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Because that was the obvious thing. Of course, Blink Tide.
Literally 5, even into Dota 1, I want to say maybe 8 years straight. That is just, if you don't get Blink first on Tide,
you're terrible.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. But now it's like, you have this awesome early game. Like, why not be this like unkillable frontliner? But oh well, he's reading this double BKB timing that's gonna come and respect it.
Oh, actually dodges the LSA, gets a nice Ravage onto 2. Where's the follow-up though? Puppy in the vicinity. Noob going to the other side of the river as DNZ comes to play as well. Looks like Noob is covered very nicely. The Fiend's Grip cancel thanks to the Kraken Shell, but it's enough damage regardless. Nice Sonic Wave onto 2 from Nisha. They're gonna clean up 1, so it's a 1-for-1 exchange. The chase.
And they
looks like it's gonna end here. Noob lives though.
They roared and Fiend Script the Tidehunter, which, it results in the kill. I get it. You see a Tide in front of you, he's overextended, he's used Ravage, you say, okay, this guy can die. But Secret has a timing now. I mean, they have no Ravage either, but I think 2 ults for 1, you can definitely get in there without the Fiend's Grip. And okay, they're actually gonna go Roche. DD, OD, shockingly good Roche taking hero now. Was not the case in the past.
They have, I mean, they've reversed this skill like 10 times.
About 10 different times, yeah.
Working on Roche throughout the history of Dota. We're going to see a smoke now. Cool guys, as Roche is already half HP. Monkey King does have Wukong's command. There's a nice balance strike onto 3 heroes. Noob gets the LSA, but it is on the Tidehunter without the Ravage. He's going to pop his BKB, doing a little bit of damage to YapzOr, but he gets to the high ground. They don't have any vision there. Nisha to get the sweep taken off thanks to Ice 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 with the LSA and the Laguna Blade enough to destroy his face. They do lose the Bane, so 1 for 1, but buyback now onto DNZ. And into the Roche pit, Blue Guys goes. Nisha. This is going to be pretty hairy. Even 5v4, this is still tough to take as well. They're going to find Weaver. The Orchid is going to prevent him from time-lapsing, so they get a freebie there. Astral Imprisonment saves Puppey for now, but a couple more right clicks will suffice as Noob gets credit for that one. Roche at about 1/4 HP. Nisha be resigned to trying to do the old blink and steal Aegis at this point. They're going to buy back onto Weaver now. Balance strike. Are they going to LSA? Doesn't look like it. Oh, actually dodges it there, and this might free up Roshan for Cool Guys. Finally, Noob gets credit for that one. As there's the roar onto Sumail. Okay, they're going to... Big Sandy clips onto 3 into Sonic Wave. They actually do find the Beastmaster and the Aegis, but it'll cost Sumail his life. As the cookie is used to aggress even further. Now DNZ getting shot from YapzOr from the high ground. Meanwhile, Nisha getting chased. As we see a Ravage come out, it's going to hit several heroes. DNZ will be the first to fall, but Ice 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 might cost his life here as well. As Noob just going to right-click him down the old-fashioned way. Very back-and-forth fight, but very least Cool Guys does get Roche.
Yeah, everybody's just dying. That was one of those weird fights where like neither side really has their ults up at the right time, like because of the usage of the Ravage to start that way at the start, as we can see in the replay. Bash on Noob from Roche. I mean, this is just, it's just such a weird start. The blink out, the forcing, using the LSA means that the Roche is pretty free. The cookie in puts Sumail in a good spot to get a good ult off, which results in a nice Sonic Wave. They end up taking the Aegis for that as well, but it does end up killing Sumail. And then we see Nisha blinks up to the high ground, but he's still got a bug on him. And in the back, Monkey jumps up and he does almost kill him. Ice uses Ravage. There's not really anybody else to follow up with him here. So he does just kill DNZ. Nisha almost dies. If those bugs hit, maybe he dies. But just a weird all-around engagement. I mean, it's like on one side, you have all of these buybacks. They get the Aegis, they get the Roche, they lose it in the end. But then, you know, Secret doesn't get the Roche gold. Pretty even. Pretty even fight, even though a bunch of people died.
Yeah. And the buybacks do hurt, though, like you said. It was on a couple of supports.
It was supports, yeah. It's not that big of a deal.
Looks like the tier 2 tower is going to be successfully taken out with 0 defense from Cool Guys, so Secret gets credit for that. But will likely be a trade for the top. As you can see, Helm of the Overlord as his victim again. Black Dragon this time for Cool Guys on Beastmaster.
Radiant's middle tower.
Not a bad hero to have the Black Dragon on compared to the Lycan because of the attack speed aura.
Yeah.
It's
But imagine the uppercuts from the Golem.
Yeah, there could be a lot more uppercuts coming in, definitely, from that attack speed aura. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I think so, too. We have full team smoke now from Cool Guys. We know that Ravage is still down.
To a high ground, though.
Actually, so maybe they don't know. Oh, Boundless Strike, not going to connect, but there's a Fiend's Grip from below. YapzOr is going to get saved next to Sumail. See the Sonic Wave. Noob gets off the Laguna Blade, but he's extremely low on HP. Has to try to waddle away, but he waddles into the midst of the rest of Secret. Find not only him, but Funnick. They're going to smoke right off the bat. Going to chase Thug, perhaps. There's a Blink Dagger. Sumail sets it up with the Astral into Sanity's Eclipse. Oh, Thug does have the BKB, Boundless Strike. Gonna use his ult as well, but here comes the Mortimer's Kisses from the high ground. And Thug is gonna get ravaged and brought down swiftly, so a lot wasted here for Cool Guys and not really able to get anything out of it.
Great positioning there from Sumail in that fight, who was up on the high ground there with Yapsor, who ended up getting gripped. He was able to interrupt the grip using his Astral Imprisonment, and because of that, you have this split fight on the side of Cool Guys. On the low ground, Lina ends up going down, which is probably the worst thing that could possibly happen for them. If there's some trade for Yapsor in the grip, then maybe they can continue fighting, but Sumail, he read that like a book, that situation. He's able to get that Astral off. He's been in position for the most part of this game, playing very well.
And it looks like we want to look at some item progress here. Ice will be going for an Aghanim Scepter, about 1,200 away from that. Nisha already has the Saint Kaya, obviously, trying to go for, looks like, he has the ultimate orb. Looks like Sheepstick will be the pickup. So I was thinking about between that and Shiva's.
I think he's getting Lincoln's. It looks like he's got that in his quick buy. Lincoln's for the Roar for the grip.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Could opt to switch for the Sheepstick if they feel like they need the... It's not bad, because I feel like the Blink Ravage is their only like pick-off item right now, or pick-off ability right now. So maybe that's why he's holding these. He can make the choice.
And Noob has the Chrysalis right now, and actually going for a Blink potentially before finishing off the Daedalus. We'll see if he actually finishes that or not. And the last one is Thug. We saw the BKB Echo Saber, and looks like Deso is going to be the choice for him. I mean, what kind of... Is there any item that really... Because this is a 6K net worth lead for Secret. This is pretty big at 25 minutes. Is there an item timing for Cool Guys that it just feels like, all right, this is the time where we need to fight? Like, is this a Blink Dagger for Funnick, perhaps? It's about 500 away.
Man, I honestly kind of feel like the Deso Daedalus is a pretty big timing. And the reason that I say that is because Secret, they're all magic damage. The BKB prevents all of Secret's damage. So you don't need other items. You don't need Heart, you don't need Scotty. Like, you don't need these items that make you innately tanky, because you're already tanky if you can just BKB and then kill them during your BKB. So I like the Cool Guys is just doubling down on the damage. Instead of going like Scotty or Satanic Monkey King, they're raw damage. Lina, same thing. Not going for the Silver Edge even. The highest damage item in the game other than Rapier, Daedalus. Even, you know, Daedalus arguably higher damage than Rapier in some cases. So, yeah. And this is just because Secret is all magic damage that they have this ability to do this.
So it was that Lincoln Sphere, by the way, on Nisha. He's going to try to find Omar. I mean, the fact that he has the Shard now, get that silence with any Blink, in addition to the Orchid, Omar has to be very careful. And this is the one here that just can't afford to be silenced. I mean, the support Weaver is amazing, but silence is probably the biggest issue for him because he doesn't want to buy a BKB. Can't really afford much because it's like that Ags is usually a high priority.
Yeah, even with the nerfs, it's a big priority for people. Just so valued to take some, you know, Sanjin Kaya or BKB hero, Satanic hero, and put them to full HP, full mana. Although, we talked about the damage. His team does not have that much HP to recover, but they have no defensive items other than the BKB, so I suppose that makes any defensive items on the other heroes that much stronger, just because it's, you know, not redundant. It's like there's very little defensiveness on their side already.
Dire's bottom tower has
Next
fallen.
Roche, we won't know for another 45 seconds when that'll spawn, so things have slowed down a bit, which I think favors Cool Guys, because like you said, this item time is going to be pretty important for them, and they're about 200 away from finishing Deso on Thug and Noob. Actually not going for Daedalus. Looks like it will be Silver Edge instead.
Huh, Blink.
It's usually one of the two.
Blink Silver Edge. Yeah, I mean, you're against Tidehunter. You can break the Kraken Shell and actually end up taking him down. It means that you could Fiend's Grip him. If they can stun out of the Silver Edge, wait, okay, you would have to hit and then stun out of the Silver Edge. So you probably just want to like pair the Lina and the Beastmaster together, or the Lina and the Bane together.
More fuel for my fire.
It is a little awkward though, because I wonder, like, if you Nightmare first, you can't get the Silver Edge hit off, which I suppose is why he has the Blink. He can blink in, stun, then Silver Edge hit just for the break.
Well, they're going to have a couple Lincolns to worry about, though, is Cool Guys, because not only Nisha, but Sumail finishes his. So Roar and Fiend's Grip, you're gonna have to enfeeble, but the cast range is, oh, I guess it's similar, but he doesn't have Aether Lens, which is the big deal. So, any Force Staff, like, they don't really have great Linken's poppers.
No, it's just the
Be pretty high value.
I mean, Enfeeble's pretty good at breaking Linken's, though. To be fair, it's
Doesn't it feel like it just takes a year to use, though? As Sumail, he's gonna find DMZ, not going for, not even bothering using the cooldown of Meteor. It's like, just a Bane.
It's for the tower. That's what the Meteor is for.
True.
Dude, that
Sonic getting chased by Ice 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 will blink away to safety, though.
that Gush Slow talent is actually really good. I feel like these units are getting slowed to a crawl, dude. Look at this. Look at this dinosaur. He can't do shit. He's dead.
Yeah, I love Gush talents
Dire's bottom
and Ags
tower
on
is
Tide.
under
It's so
attack.
fun.
Radiant's top
Even though it's not
tower is
related,
under
I'm surprised we don't see a little bit more
Radiant
of
structures
the
are fortified.
Tide Shard in game. This could be a pretty big pickup on the new. They're gonna get the
Dire's
perma-stun.
structures
Yapzor
are
gets credit for it, but Sandy's Eclipse used and Secret get essentially a freebie on the highest net worth for cool guys.
Yeah, that's a very costly death. Cool guys, they're waiting for their timing. You know, as a result, they're playing the map split, and
Radiant's
you know, at
middle
some
tower
point,
is under attack.
it is bound to happen. Somebody's going to get caught out if Secret is walking around trying to kill people. You're not just going to go 5 minutes of playing cat and mouse without dying. The unfortunate thing is directly as Roche spawns.
Yeah. And this will be the Shard of Roshan, which we can discuss thoroughly.
Because of course, naturally.
Typically, I mean, the Astro one is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I hate Astro Imprisonment.
Doesn't have the egg.
He already has his shard, so.
Doesn't the egg makes it a lot better. Oh, he's going for it anyway. Okay, yeah, he does take it. Decent snap shard too, but there's no blink on snap yet, so, and you know, he's almost got the gold for it anyway, so. Oh, okay, he does give it to snap actually. That way he can get his.
And Puppy actually already has shard, so prioritize the fire shield.
Huh.
He does have 4 staff on Yapzor, so that's at least some mobility to set up the scatter blast. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't really think about the Ags not being on Sumail, making it less value.
Not really going for the like Ags Imprison build either. And
They do break Linken's top lane into the Fiend's Grip. Ice 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 is here though. Doesn't have blink for 10 seconds. A nice save from Sumail. This is with the Aegis all in line as well. As New pops the BKB, Sumail gets crushed inside that Wukong's command. Sonic Wave expended. It's going to take out Funnick. 1-for-1 to start. A lot was, I shouldn't say a lot, but a good amount was expended on.
Oh,
didn't even get the
boy.
Aegis yet.
That's a juke. Okay. That was cool.
Ooh, ooh, that was close.
Okay. That was like the sickest juke I've seen in a very long time. I swear, it looked like you should have been able to see there, but man, he just knows the tree paths like the back of his hand, I suppose.
It probably has the Legion Commander terrain
Dire's middle
equipped.
tower
Yeah, that is a good one.
I hear that helps.
Like that little spot there, just not any vision.
Yeah.
Look at the.
That's strange.
Okay, surely. What?
I had to look at the replay to see if, like,
I would have to see. Yeah, Nisha's like.
Vision.
No, I'm sure he didn't see it. I mean, come on, it's Nisha. Maybe he's.
Why would you question such a thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, speaking of Nisha, like you said, still has the Aegis, and it's still a 3-minute countdown for it, so.
Did he have the Shivas for that juke? No, I doubt it. I think he just got that. Man, he's super tanky on Nisha. Like,
Yep.
3,000 HP, 17 armor. That's glitched. That he does not have 17 armor. He has 17 plus 15. Oh, on my computer it's saying 17. Yeah, okay.
It says 17 for me as well. Jenkins, good effort. And looks like they'll take out this Black Dragon. They've been not the highest impact with these Helm of the Overlords, but that's partly because they just don't have that much map control right now. This will be a free tier 2 for Secret, and still, like we said, a couple minutes to go on the Aegis, so they can easily, at the very least, poke high ground, if not more.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Wait. Okay.
They fort it,
Am I seeing this right?
and they're taking out the creeps.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Does Fire Shield give 85% damage reduction from tower hits?
It's for like 3 hits or something.
Yeah, but
Weaver's dead.
But it doesn't. It only procs from hero abilities, right? And hero attacks. So
Dire's bottom tower
I mean,
is
maybe
under
he's just very
attack.
tanky because
Dire's
it looked like
It says next 3 attacks. It does work.
I know, but it's Dota. It's Dota. I'm saying, does he retain? Because I know with like Visage Birds, they become immortal once you get level 25, right? So it's another one of those like bugged
Dire's
abilities.
bottom tower is under attack.
I'll have to test that, but
Radiant's
that
middle
could be
tower
interesting.
is
That
under
makes it a very good ability.
It feels like Puppey prioritizes shards on these supports. His bottom lane, by the way, Sumail trying to defend against DNZ and company.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
BKB TP away. Meanwhile, Ice and the rest of Secret are getting the mid racks. So, it does feel like this is kind of needed from Cool Guys to pressure Secret a little bit. It just didn't work out this time.
Has fallen. Dire's
I like the
top barracks are under
play
attack.
that they were trying to make on Cool Guys, though. I mean, it's a desperation play. You have to do something like this, but it almost worked out. It was. You should probably just lose that Rax for almost no trade there, considering the lead that Secret has in the Aegis as well. But they actually get the top tower. Although, it's coming to the point you have to fight Secret and somehow win, which I think means you probably need to do a smoke wraparound play. Get the
Radiant's
supports.
bottom tower has fallen.
Yep, Aegis 35 seconds still, but the backdoor protection does kick in. Nisha looking to get somewhat aggressive
Radiant's
here.
bottom barracks
Thug
are under attack.
has the Shadow Blade and Basher now, so there's a good amount of items to fight with.
Are scanning.
You can see Ice creating so much space with this Gush as Nisha is just going to get a free racks again, so 2 racks.
Radiant's
It does, like you said, it is a
fallen.
technical trade for a tier 3 top. But Seeker are still going to be quite happy with this 14k lead.
Yeah, Cool Guys just deciding to, you know, they've got that tier 2 up still. Thank goodness for their sake. They can just let 2 racks go and, you know, hope for some Hail Mary in the late game to work out. They head down mid, they take Throne. That seems like what you probably want to play for, which it's Dota. I feel like we've seen so many plays like this happen in the last like, 2 to 3 years of the game that it's something reasonable that you can play for. Obviously, you don't want to if you don't have to, but it does happen.
Oh, Funnick gets silenced, but TP's out. Or by TP, I mean Blink. Same thing, short.
Yep.
No
A
kills.
very
will come
fast
with this,
TP.
It seems like. Yeah, that was a scripted TP.
Yes, of course.
That was the brute script. Right
He put
there.
the config on to have the instant TPs. He's a real cheater.
Nisha ult. All right, he's gonna cancel his own TP as there is the Blink Ravage from Ice. They're gonna delete Bane from the map. It does cost them a Ravage and Mortimer's Kisses. So, and with buyback on Bane, I mean, this might be the best chance to fight, honestly.
Does Ice have Refresher? No, he does not. He's actually going for a Wind Waker.
Oh,
Man, they're really tripling down on this single target countering that they're doing. They've got so many Lincolns. They've got the Orchid to interrupt the grip. Now, Wind Waker. Prevent a grip. Very nice.
Yeah, being able to use your teammates is pretty OP.
Yes. If only the base
Mechanic from
item.
Heroes of Newerth. Yeah, true.
It's a very expensive item, that Wind Waker.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
I think it's really cool though. Love seeing his Thug. Smoke is gonna break, but here comes Nisha. Jumps in with the Orchid to start, and not wanting to commit quite yet. Thug already at half HP. Oh, Yapsor just misses by a hair on the Scatter Blast.
Radiant's top tower.
As Bane
is
will
under
die again.
attack.
Still has buyback though, as Nisha gets the free tier 2. And they can try to go for Megas, but of course do not have Aegis.
Menace burn.
Again, still have this massive lead to work with, so I'm not sure if they even need to wait for it. As you can just see the net worth discrepancy, Nisha versus everybody else, it is mind-bogglingly large.
Yeah, he's a big...
That is almost 10k difference.
Radiant's top
Yep.
tower has fallen.
Good lord, they get
Dire's
the
middle
tier
tower
3.
is under attack.
And Satanic now on Nisha.
I do want to point out too, all of that net worth is farmed. That's not any consumed eggs. That's not a consumed egg shard from Roche. That is 100% him just being 14-0 right now with 436 last hits on Queen of Pain. Like, this is just some...
Safe lane quap, good stuff.
Yeah. technically offlane co-op in this game. You know?
True, yeah. Position 1.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. So has the Witchbane in his backpack right now. Does he use it? I mean, that's pretty freaking good. Yeah, he's gonna... actually gets rid of it. Never mind. Sticking with the Titan Sliver. This is gonna be a free Aghanim Scepter, which looks like Sumail will consume it, so he's gonna get the double Astral after all.
Yeah, now the Ag Shard.
He had that shard.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's opting for a sheep, but he does have enough for the Ag Shard if he wants it. I don't think the game is... I think the game's gonna end before any of these items come out, though.
Very defensive pickup for a game where you're now stomping. 24k network lead for Secret.
Yeah.
As they look to get Mega Creeps, Nisha has the 18-second spell block talent and Lincolns applied to him. And of course, they don't really know if that's his Lincolns or ODs, technically speaking. That's the beauty of it. Bug jumps in, gets silenced and brought down. Oh my god, the Ravage comes through as well. Easy kill for Secret. 5v4 just like that, and Cool Guys just cannot touch Secret at this stage of the game.
Mega creeps.
Yep, that's the Megas, and you know, Weaver couldn't save his Monkey King there because that range nerf on the ult with the Aghanim Scepter, he does have it on Weaver, but just nerfed twice in a row. Ravage is actually one of the better abilities versus Weaver eggs. It's almost impossible to get that off on the person if they're in the epicenter of the Ravage.
Yeah. Very true. It's quite large indeed.
It's massive, in my opinion.
Radiant's middle tower.
One tier 4 tower down, and Secret. Oh, Ice is going to get the Ravage out, so it will connect onto the Beastmaster, so Funnick dies again, and Noob will be next on the list. As GGs are called, Secret take game 2 in even more convincing fashion than game 1. So kind of an expected 2-0, but Cool Guys, I think, have solidified themselves as